Well, in this last part of my sequence of videos, I'm visiting 4 more sites, 2 of which at least would be very, very familiar to you all. First one coming up is the site of the old plaza, opened in early 1900s as the East End Picture Palace, then Abington Park Picture Palace, then King's Picture Playhouse. Closed in 1929 and reopened as the plaza which we see here in 1931. Then that closed again in 69 and became Bingo, House of Holland, Budgeons, and today you can see it's the Lloyd's Bank. The side shot that we saw there still shows its heritage as an old cinema. And now moving on, and probably the best well-known cinema site we're heading for next is what is now the Jesus Centre. That opened in 1936 as the Savoy, operated by the ABC group of companies. And later on, after the Savoy, it was just known as the ABC. Here it is now on the right. And it closed down. Well, it was taken over and became part of the Cannon group, so it was known as the Cannon. And that was about 86 and closed finally in 1995. It is, of course, a listed building now because of all the Art Deco. And onward to the town centre next. And unfortunately the next 2 sites I can't access on my motorcycle, so I shall park that up and walk into town from where I park. I think I'll keep my helmet on so that you can see a good shot. Hope it doesn't frighten too many people. There's a spot for motorcycles just round the corner here in the car park of the Ridings. Right, and then it's off the bike and walk into town. Just heading up Fish Street here into Abington Street, and I'm heading for the Market Square. And what we'll see at the end of the Market Square is the current entrance to the Grosvenor Centre. Well, when I was a young lad, that didn't exist, and it was Newlands. We walked up there to get to the mounts, go swimming, and about halfway up Newlands, at the junction with a place called Princess Street, there was the Temperance Hall, which my mum and dad always told me was a bit of a seedy place, so I wasn't allowed to go and visit the cinema there, but I'm sure it was perfectly alright. This old shot of video, you can just see where the road comes out next to the Chronicle and Echo offices, and of course next to that was the fantastic Emporium arcade, and inside of that was a wonderful arcade. I've got a video clip somewhere of what that's like. Anyway, there's the Temperance, which was turned into a cinema 1908. And it was closed in 1963, and of course went the way of Bingo and everything else, with the Wrecking Ball hitting it in the 70s. Anyway, this last one I always knew as the Gaumont, but it's also been called the Odeon, and it's the site of a corn exchange. We're looking at it now, and then that had a huge hall in it, and it even when it was a corn exchange, it had lots of entertainment going on, and then it got taken over as a cinema. In 1950 it was the Gaumont, 64 it was the Odeon, and closed in 1974. And then again Bingo, Chicago Rock Cafe, and now it's Balestra Bar and Club. So that's it, unless you know of some more somewhere. I did just have to finish with this graph showing the massive increase in audiences during the war years, and then as TV came along it dropped dramatically, and then video and DVD made it drop even more. And then in more recent years, as technology has improved and comfort's improved, the number of audiences have begun to rise again.